Hi, this is JilMac. I'm the instructor for the Community College of Vermont, and today I'm going to talk about Google searches and finding information about really any kind of topic. Students know that if they are part of my recording, that it is as if they are on a field trip, which pertains to the FERPA, which is Family Education Rights and Privacy. And my students also know that if they have any questions about this video or any of the videos, they can give me a call. Okay, so our assignment, and about now we're on assignment 2. So our assignment 2 is, this is the review. And the research is, how do you learn about different terms or acronyms and what do they mean? And what websites do you use for your resources? So basically, each assignment you have a research question. And the research question is to spend a couple of hours researching, whatever the question is. And this one says you may want to start with a links page on your Google site that can add some of the resources. So I've given you a couple of resources here. So I'm going to go to and let's just block copy this resources so we can start to add a links page. I'm going to right click and copy. I'm going to go to my Google website and I'm going to add a new page. So I click the page plus, and this one is going to be called links. Well, maybe I'll call it resources. So I'm creating a resource page. In the resource page, I'm going to start out with the links that were in this assignment. And that's basically resource links that match your learning style. Some people really like dictionary.com or Wikipedia or YouTube. I tend now to kind of go to Google first and look and see what they have on the subject. But this is what I have so far in my sources page, so I'm going to save that. So here I have my new Google website, I have my different assignments that I'm working on, and I've started a resource page, or a links page, you could call it whatever you like. And I'm working on assignment 2. And on assignment 2, I'm looking to research some terms. So after I did my reading, or kind of as I did my first pass of reading, which I kind of just go through the chapters and see what they are, and some of the videos, one of the terms that kept coming up that I didn't really understand was case sensitive. So that's one word I'd like to look up, or one phrase. Also, the term Doctype. And usually when it was, when I saw it typed, it was all in capitals. And the other word was default. And what exactly does default mean? So these are the 3 terms. I'm adding them to my web page, and I'm just going to save it. I'll be coming back to it. So the first one is case sensitive, so I'll copy that. And I'm going to open a Google search, and I'm going to look at case sensitive. So I put in the term and I press enter, and I get about 42 million results. That's a bit much. So I'm going to kind of look through them, and then I'm going to show you about the search tools in Google, which I use a lot and really, really like. So first it comes up with Webopedia, which is kind of interesting. I don't know as I know about Webopedia. So I guess it's sort of like Wikipedia, only a competitor. I'm not sure who created that either. So when I go down through my Google searches, case sensitivity Wikipedia has, and I like Wikipedia, and I've used Wikipedia ever since it came out. They explain it that text sometimes exhibits case sensitivity. That is, I'll block it all. Words can differ in meaning based on differing uses of upper and lower case. So that's one definition, and that's a Wikipedia one, and that's certainly a good one. This is a TV series, what is case sensitive, and again we're getting this Webopedia, so let's just look at that. Describes a program's ability to distinguish between upper and lower case, a case sensitive program that expects you to enter all the comments in uppercase. I don't know. So I'm looking at these, but what I really want is, I always want current definitions, unless I'm looking for something old. When we're looking at these 42 million results, it doesn't really tell me as I scroll up and down, it doesn't tell me which ones are most current. So if I go into search tools, and right now it's anytime, so it's giving these 42 million things, but I want to look at more recent ones, things are in the past year. But you could also, if you were really monitoring the web, you might want to look at everything within the past hour, or the past day, or the past week or month. But I'm just going to say year. I want things that have been updated in the past year. And so, once again, say case sensitive meaning, a YouTube comes up, and this was from April 14th. This video shows you what case sensitive means, distinguishing upper and lower case letters. Here's one from Computer Hope from May 15th. And here's one for PC support, case sensitive, but maybe now I want it to be really case sensitive in regards to the web, and maybe a web address. So here this comes up with the main one. I'm not sure, it's not saying add. An internet address is only case sensitive now. Do capitalizations and spaces matter in internet addresses? I start to like this a lot. For example, it does not matter if you use upper or lower cases with computerhope.com, and that's a .com, so having upper and lower cases doesn't matter. It still reaches the same page. However, when typing a name of a page or file or directory in the URL, it is case sensitive. So I'm going to look at this one, computerhope.com. And so if you were, what it's saying is an internet address. So if I went out to JilMac.com and I type in JilMac.com, I have upper and lower cases in that. That's a domain name, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you type it in with all lower cases or a mix. But if you're going to a particular page, like if I was going to these classes, and instead of a capital C, I put in a lowercase c, it would tell me that the page is not found. Because anything past the domain name, you have to put it in the way it is in the file. And so this one is going to tell me page not found, but when I put a capital C in for classes, it does find the page. So I like that definition, and I'm going to use this URL. So I'm going to go back to my assignment. I'm going to edit this page, and I'm going to give it a little description. Maybe I'll give it the link first, because I love links. And I like seeing the web address, because to me that is really important. And I might say that using upper and lower case for a domain name yields the same results. And my using is incorrect, so I will correct it. Using yields for addresses, you need to have the correct case on Linux servers, Linux servers, and STWeb is a Linux server, but not on Microsoft servers. And we'll go over that a little later as time goes on. And I'm going to make this bold. And maybe I'll put this on the second line. There we go. So I'm going to save that. So that's my first research, where I research case sensitive. Now I'm going to research Doctype. So I'm going to go back, and I'll just go out to my Google site. Just go out to Google, and I'm going to say Doctype, and I want the definition. So I'm going to look at the definition of Doctype, and I don't want an old one again. Notice how this is going to give me all the results, which are 601,000, but I'd like to go into my search tools, and I just want a current definition. So if I want a current definition instead of all, then I'm going to come up with, here's some from Adobe, Doctype declarations, Doctype from GitHub, and one of the things, here's another thing with Doctypes, there's going to be W3 Schools. And W3 Schools is a website that I really like, and so I'm going to look at their definition. So here's one from September 12th from w3schools.com, which I like a lot, and they're going to give me a definition. So I'm going to like this one, and I'm going to go into it and read about it. So all HTML documents must start with a Doctype definition, and this is that Doctype. The HTML document itself begins with HTML. Okay, so I like this definition, and it gives me an example, and so I'm going to block this, and I'm going to go back to my assignment 2, and in Doctype, and I have to go up to my editor, and in Doctype I want to paste this link, and then I want to block it so that I can make it linkable. And then I want to give some definition to what it is. I'll go back to the basic page, and I'll maybe copy this line. And in my class, you're allowed to copy and paste, okay? In other classes, they want you to paraphrase and stuff like that, and you certainly can do that. I don't care. But this isn't an English class, and reinventing the wheel isn't part of our class. Part of our class is learning how to find things, how to get answers, and how to document them quickly. And that's what this is all about. So you can cut and paste. I want you to kind of read it and understand it and give me some words about it, but cutting and pasting is fine with me because you've given me a reference. Now this reference is not how normal colleges teach you how to cite. They teach you how to cite using all these kinds of things, and an internet link is not part of the site. I happen to be a technology instructor. I'm trying to teach you about the web, and so I don't care about all the English history kind of citing for research papers. What I care about is I need you to give me the link. So I can go to the link and I can look at it and see what you researched. So I'm coming at it from a very different point of view, and I want the link. You can give me any of the other stuff you want, but mostly I need to have this link, and I want you to know what you think that definition is. Anyways, that's how we do, and I'm just going to save it, that's how we can do some of our research. And when you're looking up things on Google or in Wikipedia or any of the other resources that you like to use, try to find current things, because older things, stuff older than 2 or 3 years is out of date, and that's the whole reason that we use the web to look up our stuff, rather than me giving you all kinds of different references through the library, because the library takes time, and on the web we have to work at the speed of the web. So I hope that helps. I hope that helps reinforce how we're doing things in our CMS, our Google websites, for our content management system. And if you have any questions, give me a call, and I'll see you in the next session.